Why is your horse not in the stable yet?
Because these people are idiots, and I'm going.
I was transported to a dragon place. There were some things, and I shook a man, and I don't really remember. And no one batted a f***ing eyelid.
The horse is shit all over my friend's boat. Bronislaw Stormforge.
Coleslaw Stormforge.
Coleslaw.
That's the wrong end of the pencil.
Just so we can catch up where we left off, you just finished killing the manticores. Marcus, you'd killed the female who was called Rior by slicing her underbelly. And Rosny, Tunnel Run, who is the halfling merchant you're currently with, who of course asked for you guys, paid you to come act as security because there'd been manticore sighting on the main trade route she was using. And she'd actually got the final kill with the male manticore called Famis with a hand crossbow bolt to the head. So that's kind of where we're at now. And you kind of stand over these bloodied manticores. That was insane, you guys! That was crazy!
And it's just sort of kind of what we do.
Are you going to harvest any of this stuff? I'm certainly taking some stuff right now.
I'd really like some sort of trophy, something preferably very convincing and like impressive, for two reasons. Firstly, we're trying to build a brand here.
Okay. Well, I've also got my own brand, of course.
There's plenty of manticore to go around. Secondly, the authorities, there might be some sort of bounty, is what I'm saying, for like, yeah, we killed your manticores.
You know what, actually, I put in the words on the way to Ruddlebarn to the supply drop, and I think there's actually going to be a bounty now, hopefully. So yeah, we can certainly cash in and split it fairly, you know.
I think fairly. So
I
that's
killed one
1,
of them.
2, 3,
Well,
4,
I
5.
I killed one
and
of
then
them.
there's one.
But I
I
killed
like
one
the
of
way
them.
you think.
Because you killed, your group killed one of them.
So what you're trying to say is this was an individual effort to take down 2 manticores. You did it all by yourself.
Not 2 manticores,
How much
one
damage?
manticore.
Listen,
much
guys,
damage-
I don't know what you guys saw, but I didn't see that. I saw that she ran away and hid
You
behind
know,
the car.
it's not important
Yeah,
right now.
I
It's
think
not,
that's
it's
what
not
I saw.
important. I ran to get my hand crossbow, which killed the final one.
So what you're saying is you're a kill stealer.
I'm
Was
not
that the
a
one that
kill-
I was fighting that I
am
distracted?
pragmatic, is what I am.
Is that the same one which was distracted the whole time because I was fighting it? When you got a sneak kill behind it?
So I was too busy readying my
running
weapon
away.
and
How far
killing
away?
this thing.
How far are we away from town now? Would you say in terms of travel time?
We're about... And she looks towards... you guys can see, like, past the... most of the forest's cleared on your right-hand side, so you can see the coast. It's a cliff coast, though, so it's not like a beach. So probably, like, another hour or so.
A lot of stuff can happen in an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, people are expecting me to get back to Trismuth.
No, we're being paid to
You
do
don't
the job.
wanna-
We'll make sure the job will be completed. But I don't think a 50-50 split between you and our entire party is really fair.
I mean, let's also
In
consider
fact,
I'm already
pretty sure in our
paying you.
contract. I'm pretty sure in our contract with you, any events that happened on the road, that was our jurisdiction.
That does
That's
sound
how
quite
I-
familiar.
Yes, you did. 100%.
Did I?
I distinctly remember using my LP distinctly remember power that anything that happens with manticores is our bag.
You roll persuasion, you get advantage because of Bryn.
Whilst this is going on, I point at Yen and I use message to communicate with him stealthily. I do it on like the download. And I go, listen, so if we're more than an hour away from the town. Could you like back me up with a cheeky charm person if mine runs out before then? Because I can just charm this bitch.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure by this point Marcus has probably resolved the situation with his persuasion.
Let me just roll for it first, and you can see how this pans out. Okay, so she rolled in that one. Okay, fine. I concede that maybe the manticores were your jurisdiction. So let's say, again, because I did get the king vote, we'll split it evenly between 6. Yes.
Agreed.
I think that's fair. If we need to get the bounties, we need proof. So
Green cuts the heads off.
I was
Well,
going to
this is
suggest
happening.
that. Okay.
Hold up. I want a main. These things are like lion bodies,
Yeah.
aren't they? Yeah.
They're
okay,
basically these manticores
Winged
have
lions.
human faces, which is really creepy, and like 2 or 3 sets of like sharp teeth. They've got lion manes, lion bodies, but they've also got like this kind of scorpion-esque tail, which ends in loads of thorns. Which, if you remember, during the fight, they were launching at you.
I caught one.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to get a main then.
You're cutting the heads off. What's the best sort of role for cutting off?
I would frankly go with
Strength?
survival.
14 for one. And a gentleman's 11 for the other.
Rosner's watching on the slightest hint of horror as Bryn, you're using, I guess, your Vesh's sword of remembrance. And, I mean, the smoke's there, the black smoke, wispy smoke, but it's not as prominent, you imagine, because this thing's dead. But it seems to still be taking something away from these dead bodies. And so you're hacking away with the sword, and you manage to cut these heads straight off.
Yeah, come on, let's do that.
Okay.
I need to cough.
I thought we were going to get a...
Yeah, so
I see.
That's why I went 3, 2, 1.
So I was waiting.
Yeah, okay.
Don't worry.
And you hack at these things. One of them looks pretty okay. The other one, you can still kind of see the face and the mane, but it's pretty mangled. And you, like with the first one, you didn't get the mane. You left that for Marcus. The second one, you've really botched that mane up. So that is a real mess.
So I've not encountered these beasts before. Does anybody know of any properties of anything useful? Does it have any powers of the blood, the poison? Is it worth? Is there any
But
advantage?
not from my lands. Only thing I'd suggest is take the usual teeth, claws.
shall I see if I recall
Yeah.
anything?
Roll nature.
I know. Fuck all.
Yeah, these are really creepy things. These are really
I wouldn't
dangerous.
recommend harvesting any of the organs because these things are vampires and they will come back.
Look at those teeth. Can I harvest the mane? And I'd like to have it like on one of them, the one that's remaining. I'll have a go at the claws and teeth if that's alright.
Before that, because Rack was asking about the properties of Manticore, Rosny decided herself to check. And all she could really ascertain was the claws are very sharp. They'd be good for maybe like making some
Needlework.
darts or something. Yes.
So the claws are sharp.
Oh, actually, how
Thanks,
long?
Rosny.
Oh, that's great! I've never even known! I'm so glad you're here!
Guys, can we split it between just 5 of us instead? The bounty.
How long are the tail spikes?
For long. So.
Yeah, in that case, I'd like to harvest teeth, claws, mane, spiky bits.
Is anyone assisting him in this in any way?
Is that the magical
I will.
version of
No,
head,
I'm
shoulders,
good
knees
at
and
it.
toes?
I really hope it is.
Head, main, claws and spiky bit.
So you're going
trees
to assist him in what way? Just sort of helping.
Could I assist
Well, I
him?
don't know, just.
Because he's better at this shit than I am.
So yes.
Okay, cool.
He knows his business.
So between you two,
Crafting knife and Sparta.
survival with advantage.
13. Less than 13.
So I guess 13 for the first one, and then you got 17 and a 20.
For the first one, you managed to get 4 of the spikes, and what were you trying to get? Spikes?
Spikes, claws, teeth, and the mane. What was it made from the other one that we got a good roll?
Okay. You get 4 spikes, 10 claws. You get, what was the other one?
Teeth.
Yeah, you get about, like, some of them are jagged, like you haven't really properly got them out whole, but you've got some shards as well, but you've got, like, a bag full of, like, you got
Bag o' teeth.
25 teeth.
Do
let's
they
say.
include them big old canines?
Yeah, the mane, you kind of fucked this one. You've got like a few strips of mane, you've got like a couple of smaller pelts.
But that's off the first one.
That's on the first one.
And then the second one?
Second one was 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's...
All of it. So this is...
You
You
managed
even
to...
get a better mane off it.
Yeah, you managed to like take the whole mane off like perfectly. This would be a really cool cape or something.
You fully taxidermy the animal.
10 spikes, you're getting all 20 claws. That's amazing. And 50 teeth. Only a couple of them have been botched. And that's everything you got.
Add it to the tally!
So,
man.
you know, I can get some of this as well, obviously, because I helped out with the killing and...
Shall we go?
Everything.
Put them over one shoulder.
No, we'll split when we get to the town.
It's been added to the tally, so...
I'll add it to the tally.
Well, right, we can just work
You
it out
know,
here. I mean,
this is
14
a
spikes, that's
thing,
about 2 spikes.
I start walking down the road.
30 claws, that's 5 claws.
I've walked up.
75 teeth,
Yeah.
that
All
is
over us.
Yeah. We're all
12.
Okay. Well, she's just talking to Marcus then. Well, make sure, okay, that I get
Do you have a tally?
a fair portion of this. Okay? I do
Well,
have a tally.
Don't worry, we are men of our word.
Yes?
Some of us. The important ones.
Okay.
Birds of our word.
Thank you. I do appreciate your help with this, but I have my own trade.
Absolutely, we understand.
You get the caravan again, so I guess rather you jump back on the caravan, and everyone's got their horses and he's flying, of course. Yeah, and well, you fly.
I do fly.
You veer off
Fly for a
from
while.
the smashed caravan you'd previously seen, which had been attacked by the manticore originally, and you head on down the road.
Rod is sitting in the back he's got a sheaf of notes, and on the outside it's got written important, complicated spells, and then on the inside it's got a few pages out of a book called Flowers of Passion, and it's like a bodice ripper romance.
That's awesome. I love that. As you're going along, Rosny just asked casually to the group, "So what are you looking for in Trismuth then? I know obviously this was part of a job for you guys, but what's your next step?"
Prince would very gently speed up his
I was literally just thinking the
Just
same
out of
thing.
earshot.
Well, we're just looking for somewhere nice and quiet to mind our own business.
Fucking slam!
I mean, I was just going to say I'd be able to help you if you wanted to find any particular connections or whatever, but again, if you don't need my help, that's fine, okay? That's fine. You don't know the city, I know the city, but whatever, that's okay.
How far are we away from where I'm from, by the way? Not this is our character, but like
What, Sharon?
Yeah.
You
I
are
forget what it's called. I should really remember.
Sharon. Oh, you're
Sharon,
from
that's
Alice Saw, aren't you?
Yeah, but it's Sharon that I'm interested
Yeah,
in that area.
So Sharon's to the southeast,
Yeah.
and it is like 2 or 3 countries kind of separate you in between, so it's quite far away.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is like if I'm looking to recruit some people, it wouldn't make sense to do it here because then they'd be travelling with us for like a ridiculous amount of time. That's NPCs out of the zoo that we don't really want to deal with.
Well, you can certainly start like asking people like, would you have an allegiance with me if I called upon you? Or information about the situation in Sharon. You can certainly like try and find information or try and find allies you can call upon later.
Well, at the moment, like I'm looking for. It's either going to
Are
be
you
a
saying
big
this to
fuck off
Rosny?
army. No.
Okay.
But like in terms of what my character's aims are, I need either a big fuck off army or like infiltrators.
So you need to start like planting some seeds.
Yeah, but I think it's too early in the game to be doing that. Like, not in the game, but like it's too early. We're too far away
Yeah.
for it to be worth.
You can still like ask the initial questions if you wanted to.
Back in.
Back in. So basically Rosny just gets like fucking people telling her to mind her own business when she asks. Even though she's saying, I can help you guys if
You know what? Once everyone's ridden off, so I'm in the back of the car, I'll hop over and sit next to her and say, don't worry about these guys giving you a hard time. Listen,
Throwing shade.
yeah, I mean,
Thanks.
to be fair, Sam, as a bird circling overhead, you're quite good at very literally throwing shade.
Thanks. I mean, I get that you know, adventuring types and they're very
Yeah,
solitary
we're
tribes.
seasoned adventurers. We've and
Yeah.
it's sometimes hard. We're sort of institutionalized.
Well, I heard the story, of course, from Shah's dungeon. That's nuts. That's something I've never heard of.
Yeah. Oh, I could talk for all day about the adventures we've been on together.
You don't have to. But sorry, what were you going to say?
But I'm not sure we really are sure where what our next steps are. So I want to talk to you about what's going down in
Tristman, is it?
Tristan.
Tristan da Cunha.
Trismuth.
Yes, what I said.
Trismuth. Just get my shit.
I'm not convinced you know what you're talking about, to be honest.
So are you just looking for like any kind of work then, or you just kind of want to know what the situation is in Trismuth?
Well, I think I'm interested. We're interested in putting out some feelers,
Okay.
seeing what there is, what work there is,
Well,
above board, of course.
Wink.
I mean, honestly, you don't have to do that with me. Trismuth, as you may know.
Do what? I didn't do anything. No one saw anything.
Okay.
I'm completely above board.
I get it. Okay. Well, Trismuth, as you may have known, it's not the most. I don't want to say morally righteous place. It's not the most.
Honourable.
I mean, to say it is honourable. There is an internal code of logic and honour within it, within the faction, the guild's faction, but certainly their business, it's not the kind of business that you'd want to know is being conducted. But there's certainly lots of work to be done there. And there's lots of work, there's lots of connections to all over the rest of Estra and beyond, as is the nature of its trades. You know, Trismuth is run by the Hidden Hand, don't you?
Yeah, but I did know that. I would like you to tell me some more details, because I know about the Hidden Hand, like, in general, but the particulars of this town, like, it escapes me.
Where are you from?
I'm from Cloworth, originally. It's a lovely little town, I don't know if you've ever been there. Near Cloworth, not in Cloworth. Not in any way officially associated with Cloworth, but near Cloworth. Lovely town, I don't know if you've been there. It's got the third largest hand-wound municipal clock in all of...
I think you've told me this before.
That doesn't sound likely.
Okay. Yes, okay, well, obviously you need to know. There is a council for Trismuth. It is a town run by supposedly a legal democratic council, but in actuality, and this has been the case for decades, if not centuries, it is run by the Merchants Guild, which is the... Again, sorry, I just need to... Well, fuck.
The fourth wall is broken!
Oh, anarchy!
There is a legal council, but that is only a front at Trismuth, of course. You see, the whole town is basically run by the Merchants Guild, which is the West Mitternack Association for Goods and Trade. It's not actually a Merchants Guild of kinds, it's more of a guild for thieves. The Hidden Hand, which is spread out pretty prominently across this and other countries.
It's like maggot if the W was silent. Is that good?
Or maggots.
More good. Maggots. Is it
Waggots.
Waggots.
It's a silent M. It's a gentle M.
We've all drawn up alongside now.
Okay, so
As soon as we notice we're not slagging her off.
I've landed atop of a wagon.
So have none of you been to Trismuth before then?
Nope.
Maybe.
The whole history.
Ooh.
You kind of already know this stuff that
You're right.
Thanks for sharing, dickhead.
But if you're looking for work there, I do know a guy who comes travelling sometimes, and he is looking for, I know, some adventurer, brave types who can fight monsters and things to do a small job for him in exchange for some money and information. He is an information broker, he deals in information. But there's also plenty of other jobs that need to be done by the guild, by others around. You just have to look around, listen to the right people
Okay.
and the right places.
Well, thank you for telling me that. That's very helpful, and I'm sorry that these
But
guys
you
have
already
been
knew,
so-
of course.
Yes, but I didn't know about this contact. What was his name? Did you say?
His name is Viso. He is a tiefling. I know that can be a sore subject outside of most areas, but it is not a problem at all in Trismuth. So don't look the wrong way.
I'm very broad-minded. Like, very broad-minded.
Good. Yes.
I think
You will be okay. You will do okay in Trismuth then. As long as you keep an open mind.
I will. Alright, thanks very much.
Yeah.
Can I just point out? You think they come from a tiefling? They've got a giant birdman in the party. I think they're okay with people who are a bit different.
Yeah, but
minorities.
tieflings are in part infernal, aren't they? Or
Yes,
part demon or
tieflings
something.
do have a kind of demonic history. Not that has any influence whatsoever on their personality.
They are
It's
about
really
to be.
just what society projects on them. Aarakocra, I don't really see a lot of Aarakocra around. I think I've only ever seen one, to be honest.
Him, me.
Two.
Idiot.
What can you tell me about his plumage?
Oh, his plumage wasn't as fine as yours, of course. You've got a lovely green-black coat. This guy, he was only motley kind of brown and blue spots.
May I ask, where was his encounter?
It was in Trismuth.
You're not
Yes.
very widely travelled, really, are you? Whatever your name is.
Where did you find this elf? He is maybe the rudest person I have ever met, and I live in Trismuth. It is a hive of villainy. Honourable horrible villainy, but nonetheless, it is not a very up and up place.
I apologise. We just kind of picked him up along the way.
What it is, your damage!
He has his uses though.
Roll for charm. Roll for charm.
You can certainly try and roll for charm,
sweet.
but it's not going well. You've got to roll with disadvantage.
It would just be persuasion, wouldn't it?
Okay, that's pretty low. 13. And a natural 1.
Hates you. Fucking hates
She
you.
don't buy it.
She slaps you.
Oh.
She slaps you around your face.
Take 10
She has
damage.
to reach out. She really wants it because you're on a horse. She leans out of her wagon and slaps you across the cheek.
Yen just drives off in his horse.
Drives.
Drives his horse away.
Right. What else going
Hands
for?
it into second and just revs out.
Horrible bit of clutch
Fuck
work
this.
in there. It's like,
This is just DM, chaps. Has Bryn discussed his astral plane encounter, or had the group
That
discussed
didn't come up, did it?
what happens?
Nothing's really. No one seemed to ask him where he disappeared to, so he's indignant. And
Nobody
went for
said,
it.
nobody said,
I just
Bryn,
wanna
how was
remind
your
No one
day?
said, "Oh, by the way, you disappeared for 6 minutes."
was
where
I
did you go?
was I actually in the session when this happened?
Yeah, we were all fighting.
Yeah, we
There
were.
was when we were doing the boss battle.
Yeah, I just
Oh,
disappeared.
right.
Remember
You
that the old
disappeared
Dragon
for a
Ball
bit.
guy?
In
Oh,
my
yeah,
defense,
yeah.
I think I was dead at the time.
You were dead. You're just bleeding out on the floor. No one asked me, so Bryn doesn't think it's relevant.
You also
No
even
one's
haven't
interested.
even checked your map that you stole from this
Doesn't
Dragon
matter,
Ball.
does it?
Okay, so you haven't discussed this with anyone.
No.
You've got a map you haven't looked at. Have any of you guys discussed even what happened?
No one cares.
Well, I'm a bit pissed
apparently.
off with Yen because I'm pretty sure he did something that resulted in me getting knocked out, falling in that well thing that just went round and round, and bashing my head on some stone.
You can't prove it.
But you guys haven't discussed the moment when
We-
that voice came out and you saw that vision and then it disappeared and you guys ran.
I don't remember any of that. Dan.
pretty much
Genuinely
everyday
out of
occurrence,
character. I've
really.
Fair
no
enough.
idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Oh no, hang on. So we killed the dude, and then Shah, or not necessarily Shah, but some big voice was like, "Whoa," that's basically what I remember.
Yeah, it's
To
about
paraphrase,
that.
"Whoa."
Yeah.
And then the place
Scary,
started falling
scary. Ominous.
Okay. Well, just to recap you, just in case you want to pursue anything
Okay.
or whatever. It was basically similar to that. Sure. You finished killing the warlock, and then you were taken away to this black plane where this voice came out, and everyone was there, even Aleem, and whoever was present experienced this.
Minor buddy.
Pardon? And Minosaur Buddy as well, Bonesy or whatever
I
his
miss
name
him.
is.
What was his name?
He was my
I
favourite.
don't think he had a name. And he, yes, so Shah, or a voice, came out and basically said her presence is needed elsewhere right now. So she's afraid she's going to have to leave this and her other domains on this plane for the moment. Sorry for the inconvenience. You might want to escape very quickly. You also saw, on the floor, a flash of parts of lines and some kind of runes and stuff. Really disparate, not connected or anything, but bits of lines and symbols and things just flashed on the floor very quickly and disappeared. And then you came back, and that's when everything started collapsing. And of course, you guys don't know, but Bryn had his own little affair
Not gonna
on
lie,
the
it
astral
seems-
plane.
Seems pretty self-explanatory to me, Sorry guys, a little bit busy, see yourselves out. Job done.
There might be certain outages.
God
certain
stuff's
facilities.
God, I like
Yeah.
it. God stuff's
Busy
not really
people.
my deal. I'm not a cleric.
I'm not a religious guy.
And as I
Right, yeah, let's get to Trismuth.
And over the period of time, the longer it goes with no one asking Bryn what happened to him, he just gets more and more dejected. I was transported to a dragon place. There were some things, and I shook a man, and I don't really remember. I took some things, and then I was back. And no one batted a fucking eyelid. Right? You don't know what happened to me, but quickly, out of sight, out of mind.
And the coast is getting closer and closer. It's starting to come late afternoon. Skies are starting to turn a bit pink. And you start seeing...
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
What
beautiful.
time of year
It's
is it,
awesome. It's coming into spring. You see the seagulls and hear the seagulls in the distance.
Thank
Rat
you, Sam.
communicates with them. And so you start seeing this cliff face. You don't even really see it. You see a few buildings in the distance. But as you get closer, you start to see, oh my god,
There's so much that could happen, guys.
I feel full of possibilities.
We're going to
I'm
be
not
free,
sure why.
free and young forever.
you come onto this place, and it is a river mouth, kind of secluded, and within that secluded space, you imagine also this to be the Mitternack River. There are these standing towers, it seems, of land which is within the river mouth itself. So think of it like these naturally formed large rock tower formations with land on the top. You see collections of quite nice, not necessarily ornate, but much nicer than the buildings you've seen in Biddywick and probably in your earlier towns. Some nice buildings on top. But what really catches your eye is there is so much going on underneath. There seems to be, with these towers, certain levels carved in where the natural sunlight hits in and you just see like a buzz of activity of all these secluded little alleyways and streets all lit up by the sunlight coming in by other means within these large towers, all these different levels, and you see just a network of like bridges and ropes and things connecting everything, and people walking around between these towers and around all these levels. You see the seagulls, you see some puffins as well on the cliffs, and on the main biggest tower there is a gigantic watermill which slowly turns, yet you see within it there's also these self-sustaining compartments which some people are standing in as they travel to different levels of this large tower. Essentially, this is like, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's like a lift.
It's like cable cars or something.
Yeah, it's like a big old mill elevator going between all these levels of this large rock towers, but it's only on this one. There are smaller mills attached to all these other towers, but they're only for practical mill use, they're not for travelling.
How big are these rocks? Like, are we talking like each one's the size of like a skyscraper?
We're talking bigger, much bigger than that.
Oh, so each one's like a
Hundreds
city
of
block.
feet high then.
Oh, like these are like, the main one is like city blocks, like a district of a city almost.
Like Canary
Okay,
Wharf
and
size.
how high?
Like in Dread, the big block in that.
But wider, much wider than that.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not that tall. It's still very tall. It's like
City
cliff
block on a
faces.
city, not a city block.
Okay, but
These
I
are
was
cliff
picturing
faces.
something which was like a skyscraper in proportion, like tall and skinny, but you're saying these are quite wide.
Oh no, they're still quite skinny, but they are very wide. They're quite tall because these floors, even though you only see from a glance with this largest one, there being 3 levels and then the top ground level, they're still very high caverns to fit all these buildings and everything.
Okay, so let's talk about the rainfall patterns here, which power this mill. That's what I'm really interested in.
I assume the mill's in the water.
You said it was
of the river water.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
in
a
the-
huge
Oh, okay. So this is
wheel.
It's going out into the
okay.
sea.
So it's in like the estuary, basically.
Yeah, but it's all kind of like a bit secluded, so you also do see that like there are boats going about which are fine.
Oh, so
they're not
it's
being
a bit
dragged
sort
out
of
to
round
sea.
the corner from. It's a bit sheltered from the sea. Is what
Yeah,
you're saying. Okay.
yeah, but it's directly feeds into obviously the sea. But there are boats travelling around, and you see on both sides like the main land masses which are separated by this river. There are settlements also on these sides, but they're smaller in size, and they seem to be like kind of more larger kind of warehouse type buildings and structures. But also, as you walk in, you've been noticing lots of scattered farmlands condensed in this area as well that you've been going past. And yeah, you come on in late afternoon and it's a buzz with activity, it seems.
There's these toolbox.
They're all the
right?
same level.
Yeah, they're all at the same level. Are the banks
ones that-
at that level as well?
Yes.
Okay, so,
So
it's like the river's low, effectively. Like
Yes.
it's dropped down.
It is very low. It's like a cliff face, basically, you're on.
Okay.
There's
So
no
when you get to the
beach.
coast, there'd be a cliff as well, probably.
Yes.
Okay, I see.
Okay, right, gotcha.
Do you want, yeah, so it's hard to visualise.
It's kind of in a canyon in a way. It's like it's low. It's sort of below us rather than raising up into the sky. Do you see what I mean?
How high are
Except we don't have a boat yet.
They're shorter than a skyscraper, but they are still like, it's enough room to have various like streets, multiple storied buildings within each of these levels without it hitting the cavern roof.
Okay.
It's a hard concept to get across, and Lo, you had a lot of questions now.
Questions.
You keep trekking through, and you end up at the settlement. What you see basically is like a collection of warehouses where lots of people are trading, are storing crates and barrels and everything. And you see also like these pulley systems across the cliff side, where you've got manual labourers who are continually like moving crates and stuff from the top level to the bottom level, where they then looking over go onto boats and go off to Trismuth proper. You also see lots of stables, because you can't really take a horse across the water. And Rosny says, well, welcome to Trismuth. I've got some crates and things, so it'd be great if you could help me get them back to my warehouse, at which point I can pay you for your good service. And I can get those manticore pieces, as we'd agreed upon. Does that sound good?
Can I just say before we go on, I know we've just given you an awful lot of flack, but this city is fucking awesome. I want to make that clear. It's a really, I really like the whole deal. I'm sorry that we gave you like 20 minutes to
If we
grieve
start
about it.
being positive now, he won't.
It'll go to
strive
my
for
head.
excellence.
That's true.
Yeah.
We need to bring him down.
How to manage your DM.
Yeah.
Let's get on
To
with
the
it.
warehouse.
Get the horses away, you know. You can't. Sorry.
I was going to say, are there any stables or anything like that?
There are lots of stables, and she's currently like actually getting her caravan, and she's putting her caravan to a warehouse, leaving the caravan there. So yeah, so Rosny goes off to sort out horses, and I imagine you guys also.
Yeah, we'll tell the people who are running the stables it's on her. We won't
What
say
does
that.
I'm going to go in, I'm going to have a quick chat with the stable guys, see if I can haggle the price down, just because I want to see you do an NPC on the spot. Alright, I'd like to check our horses. Actually, why am I doing this?
Do you
I'm
check
not even my
horses?
fucking-
Is it like
None of these are my
check?
fucking horses, because someone else want to sort the
So
horses.
I'll ride up, jump off at Alec and go, good job, Alec. And then I'll look to the
How long are you looking to keep the horses here for?
Let's put them in for the night.
Yeah, just one night, mate.
Alright, if you don't come back within that night, do you have an additional fee for that?
That's alright. I think it's been covered by a lovely lady friend who's just checked the caravan in. Don't check with her yet. Don't check with her until she's paying. It's fine.
Roll persuasion.
Why are we doing this?
13.
I'm gonna have to check with Rosny.
And then intimidation. You're not gonna check. These aren't the droids you're looking for.
Are you really intimidating?
Yep.
Gotta roll for it, man.
This guy's gonna kill our horses.
I don't care.
Okay, I'm gonna get involved in here. Hang on. No, Bryn, I think you're mistaken. We pay him, we get refunded from Rosny. Let's.
Oh, I'm
That's how
sorry,
it was.
friend.
That's how it
We
was.
clearly had a.
Okay, so how many horses is that? That's
Three
three
horses.
horses? Yeah.
We check in the gnome as well.
So for
We don't ride them. Oh wait, maybe
we got
we do.
space if you want to put the gnome in. Yeah, sure.
Half price.
Sorry.
Good man to high five.
Yeah. So for one night, for 3 horses, that's gonna be 1 gold.
How does 1 divide by 3?
I'll flick it over.
Thank
Like
you.
a classy gent.
I suppose we're getting a discount for putting in more than 2.
To be honest, it's just stables. It's not like we're doing a great deal here, you know. It's not an expensive service.
Sounds like you got a lot of aspirations.
Do you do any kind of valet service?
Hey,
Can you
I'm
give
doing all right here.
buff
Gotta
the
say,
saddles?
I would have moved on if I wanted to.
Wash on the
why did you
outside,
wanna
give
move
the
on?
wheels, hoover on the inside.
Let's really get into
You
it.
know what?
Lather and wax.
Dreams.
It's gonna be another 2 silver for his horse, and I'm only gonna accept payment from him. Come on. I won't take your horse unless you give me 2 silver right now.
I will give you.
I run the stable. Don't mess with me.
Can he keep the rider as
Damage
well? Because
playing
we run it
cards.
the wrong way.
Wow, damaged playing cards. Some of them are missing. Give me my 2 silver, or I'm going to tell every stable house here not to accept
Can we
your
all do
horse.
deception just to dodge away from Jen?
You've already paid, so you can walk away. You just back away. All right, so
Wisecracking.
2 silver.
Listen, I don't have the money on me now, but if I come back tomorrow, I'll give you twice the money.
Great, and then you can put your horse in the stable.
Are you like trying to marshmallow test this guy?
You see, the thing is, apparently people are more successful if...
Guys, this man's horse, don't accept it. He's a wanker.
Nefertiti, you're coming with me! And we leave.
Later we're at a really serious business meeting and pans out. Serious horse. Calm Nefertiti.
Do you see what you've done, Dan? My horse is going to be with the party this entire session and campaign.
Rosny comes on over. What is going on here? Why is your horse not in the stable yet?
Because these people are idiots, and I'm going.
Okay, so
Christ.
you guys walk
This is in character, by the way. Just want to make that clear.
I know.
Oh my god.
She looks bemused as you walk towards the platform, and then she goes, "Oh no, we got to unload the barrels and crates first from my wagon." Is that fine? I mean,
What's in the barrels?
oh, they're all empty. I've done my trade, but I need these because barrels are
push 'em out.
expensive. Yeah.
That's right, nice and light.
Don't break them. And so you, I assume, help carry barrels and crates and everything. You know what?
I look like I'm helping.
Fancy
I'll like two of these two will be carrying something. I'll come in on one side and go, oh, come on, easy boys, come on, come on.
Something.
Rod, whilst you're doing that, can you just roll a quick perception?
That's great.
Why?
That's a 6. Hang on, I haven't got any pluses to perception. No, of course not.
Yeah, these seem like legit barrels and crates.
These are barrels and crates, I can tell you this.
And so you start loading them onto the big platform where you've got a couple of labourers at the police. You've got everything then, Rosny. Yeah, can you take a horse as well?
Yes.
I don't know how you're going to get the horse to the towers themselves, because the horses don't do great on boats. Is this your horse?
Yeah, you just got to talk nicely to it.
I quickly run to the front and say, "It's not a horse, it's a unicorn." I grab the previously removed unicorn horn and try to quickly put it onto the horse. It's a fabled being.
Roll deception.
With disadvantage,
With
surely.
disadvantage, with
Sorry,
disadvantage.
Will, but...
Well, I got 3. Are you happy now?
You your other roll was a 6, I saw it.
No, it was a 5.
Listen,
Oh, okay.
he's lost his horn, you see, that's the thing. But he's telekinetic like all unicorns. And I use Mage Hand to just kind of like touch this guy's face. He likes you!
Sorry, what you
Can I roll you? Can you roll deception as well, please?
Yes.
Ben's been looking to roll deception for a while.
Okay, 14.
I rolled natural 1.
Yes!
He believes
The
it.
guy is like,
Whoa!
Magic horse.
I didn't even know unicorns had telekinetic powers.
neither did I!
And then his friend, and then this guy's friend slaps him over the head, and so you guys board onto this pulley
With a horse.
With the horse. As such, like, it jolts a bit, and it almost drops, but they quickly like get the pulley system. Like, this is a heavy horse, man.
Unicorn.
It's a unicorn. What are you talking about? That's
How high is it?
idiots. And
So I just like fly up, mate. I'll see down the bottom, mate. I'll just,
never seen an arrow cock around here before. That's pretty neat.
How's he know what an arrowcocker is?
Because,
Book learning.
book learning, yeah.
He's a pulley.
I've
not an
read
idiot.
books. I went to school for 5 years.
Listen, I go to night school.
What are you talking about?
I'm raising my kids out of poverty. I'm the greatest generation.
So you
One
keep...
day I'll be a bell toller. But now a pulleyman. But then bell toller.
So you continue going down these levels, and
On the way down, can I just give a quick wink to Ken? Good job.
so you continue going down as you see these levels, because you get a clearer look at them. Not super clear, because it's kind of a big mill in the way, but you just see lots of busy streets. But as you go down the levels, it starts to get kind of dingier and more like haphazard in how it's like constructed and everything. There's a lot of natural light that hits the borders, but it doesn't hit so much down below. Yeah, and you get to the bottom level and you see docks set up and everything, which you land upon, and you start carrying these crates. And Rosny comes to one of the... It's like a small merchant vessel, which is docked up. So she calls over, "Hey Bido," and you just see like a human captain man. He's wearing leathers and like a leather waistcoat. He doesn't have a captain's hat. It's very basic garb. All right, Rosny, how did the drop go? Yeah, it went all right. Got some
Whoa,
orders.
drop.
That
sounds
I meant
very
the
suspicious.
supply drop, as in running
I'm an
supplies from one place to the other. Also,
almost
you
did
just
well.
had a drop. Who are you?
My name's Ken.
Hi!
No, Bido. That's Hien. This guy's Bryn. Hien's a bit of a dick. Bryn's cool. Hey, Bido, are you good with a horse?
Unicorn.
Shut the fuck up, Bryn.
Frosty, come on. We've been through a lot.
Yeah, that should be fine. And so you guys all trot along, and the horse on a very narrow gangplank.
And I insist on riding it.
And so you get on. It's not a big merchant vessel. It's only got like one mast, and you manage to. Oi, you!
What?
No funny business, all right? Rosny, these guys all right? Yeah, they're fine.
Guys, I think it's gonna be a real fixer-upper.
Really?
A project.
Yeah,
Project,
it's a
guys.
project.
I look at Bryn and shake my head.
The horse is a bit spooked. Actually, roll animal handling. I just want to see how the horse
Damn you,
does.
Dan.
Natural one, Hawks box straight into the water.
Shit.
2.
It's a 2.
You said you're bad at
Falls
that.
into the water.
You said you're bad at that. You've got a 0 modifier.
The horse is like running around, whinnying, and it shits everywhere.
Meffity, behave yourself.
You're gonna have
We're
to
in polite
either pay for
company.
this to clean up or clean it up
I
yourself.
quickly started left to the gentleman. Don't you know how expensive unicorn defecation is?
You should be thanking us.
you can have it free of charge.
It's
if
a
you're
horse.
lucky. It's a
It's because she likes you. And then I start groping his face and they turn.
What? He's shocked by this. He's taken aback, but Rosny tells him, Jen's
He's shocked and he has a stroke.
Jen's just being a dick. Don't. It's just a horse. It's just a horse, you guys. I've been with you for a whole day.
And you never noticed.
Could you not be cool for like 5 minutes?
I mean, come on.
These those my friends, okay?
Neffy
And
just didn't feel comfortable with you before.
I thought we had a bond.
do, but the horse is shit all over my friend's boat.
I'm going to summon my unseen servant and get him to start just tipping
Okay.
shit over the side of the boat.
Thank you.
Neffity's cleaning up
Thank
for
you.
herself.
I love that because the thing is to do it, I've like drawn a circle on the floor, etched runes, muttered for a while. There's been rare incenses burnt.
I'm like, cover me.
Rosny, your friends are pretty weird. You continue. You see all these towers you're going past. Some of them seem more like a lot of mills, so there seems to be a lot of practical production going on there. Other places just seem more residential. You're coming towards the main big tower. You go past the mill where you see some people, obviously in these little compartments, which are it's weird, like they're self-correcting. They're like circular and indented into parts of the wheel itself, and they shake a bit, but for the most part they stay level.
They're like weighted at the bottom.
Seems that way, and so people kind of like, they don't have to like jump off too fast, but they kind of have to make their way off quickly. And you go around the back of this, and what you hadn't seen before was there was like this natural indent in the tower, especially on the lower part of it where it reaches the sea, and then it's like a cavern, and it makes for like a natural kind of docking area. You see lots of docks and harbours and labourers moving crates to and from boats and into what you imagine to be warehouses on the bottom floor. And you notice also that this is kind of the dingier level, being the bottom one, and it's quite dim, even though there's still sunlight coming in, but it's lit by lots of street lamps. But then you also see sometimes on the ceilings kind of magical incantations, like floating, kind of like dancing lights, but steady kind of orbs of light, which are quite big.
By the way, dancing lights.
So yeah, you come to the docks.
This area could really do with some urban rejuvenation. I think I've got a few schemes in mind that could really turn this place around.
It is what it is, to be honest.
Well, it is with that attitude.
You dock and you start unloading these crates.
Are they definitely empty? Like, there's not sort of.
Oh yeah, these are. You can. I mean, if you want to like roll an investigation or perception on these crates, you certainly can.
I mean, if they feel empty.
But they are
then-
empty.
I'll roll investigation. It's 25.
So you notice on like a lot of these barrels and crates, well, not the crates, but the barrels more, you see remnants of black powder.
It's like black powder, as in like
gunpowder,
explosive black powder,
Like-
or just a black powder.
I mean, with the 25, you can tell that it's explosive black powder. And you start moving these barrels off as Rosny leads the way, rolling a barrel like that, she's a halfling, towards one of the nearby warehouses. And you've also actually got a couple of manual labourers come in to help out as well.
Are they the ones that were doing that? Or
No,
are
they
not?
stuck with their station. They're not
They
with you.
can't roll barrels.
No. But you've got like lots of other people. It seems their whole deal is just carrying crates to and from, regardless of which ship they're with. They just seem to be like stationary kind of labourers who work all day to help move these goods to and from the boats into the warehouses. So she comes to a big warehouse and she gets a key out. It's like big open doors like that. I mean, it's a relatively empty warehouse, but there's still lots of like stacked up crates and barrels and things, but it's not like completely full. It seems like a lot of stock's been going recently, like a lot of stuff's been going out.
Is she rolling the barrel in?
She's rolling her barrel.
Can I go up and like, you know, in like a fairly patronising and obviously not actually helping way, just sort of go in and help her with it and be like, so where did you say you were bringing this stuff back from again?
You know, you're not helping at all, just pretending to roll.
Yeah, that's great. We're like, I think I'm giving moral support.
I mean, so wait, what, you want to know where I took this to?
Yeah, I'm just surprised you shipped back empty barrels. Like what? And where did they come from? Just curious. Just making conversation.
Well, they came from. I mean, it's none of your business, to be honest.
Well, that's fine. I'm. Listen, if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine.
Okay, then I won't talk about it because it's my business that I'm running. I mean, it's fine. It's just I move barrels from here. I take them to wherever they need to go, and then I bring the barrels and crates back, because why would you waste those barrels and crates if you can take them with you?
Bryn chirps up with, why don't you fill them with something when you bring them back?
Because there was, like, really no trade to come back. I mean, most of them are empty, but there are some which do have, like, mostly just clothes and things and basic goods, presumably being taken back from wherever she went to. Because, you know, there wasn't much coming back. It was more just about me taking stuff to this certain place.
So
I don't know. We've been doing a lot of trade recently. What can I say?
what's your primary product? Outbound.
What, for this whole place?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a bit of everything.
I shoot you a quick message, and I'm like, these were like definitely carrying black powder. Like,
Who said that? Sorry.
Can I try and roll some sort of, you know,
But sorry, she's
I'll message.
something?
I'll just shoot that around to people. So like, just so you know.
I like how you have
just-
to broaden your demographic when you hit Bryn the moron. It's like, what is it?
Are you okay, Bryn?
What my head voices?
No.
You sure? Yeah, sorry, no, as I was saying, yeah.
He was just in awe of my power.
I just got queasy.
There's a lot of production that goes on here. I mean, we've got lots of mills, so it's a lot of flour, it's a lot of cotton, it's a lot of
Is that you personally?
weapons and... Me?
Yeah, personally. Is that what you deal in?
Honestly, I deal in everything. I mean...
Okay.
You mentioned weapons.
Oh,
What sort of weapons are you
yeah.
talking about?
Well, you know, blades, shields, armors. I mean, we've got lots of forges around because we've got lots of, you know, power to use from these mills. Honestly, anything that can be created with the help of a mill is really created here. I mean, it's a lot of, as I said, it's a lot of flour, clothes, cotton, breads, and
Anything a bit more exotic.
armor.
Magic weapons. Magic
We have,
armor.
well, we certainly have people who use arcane abilities here, and they do enchant weapons and things, and we do trade those. But it's not our main. We focus more with like the raw, not with the enchantments. We're more of a production based than like a specialty kind of.
So things like explosives would be a little bit outside of your remits.
Explosives. Well, it would be kind of exotic, yeah. But lots of things do get produced here, so. Maybe some, but honestly, it's not
Just
our.
maybe?
It's not our main. It's not our main trade.
On the
Okay.
side is Rad's pointing communicator. Is that two-way or just Rad?
It's two-way, but I have to be like holding it. But like,
Oh no, I was just curious because I didn't answer.
you can just like wave if you want. Like,
Yeah. Just answer out loud. Yeah, she is a dick.
Yeah, the way it works is if you whisper, I can hear it. Like if you whisper, I can hear it like as loud as if you were whispering in my ear, sort of thing.
Oh, but to backpedal to that, I'd probably rap with. This is suspicious.
You end up in this warehouse with a horse and all these barrels, and you're also trying to carry like the manticore pieces that you've got, because I mean you can kind of have to like try and like fit it in bags and sling it over your
Well, I mean, the only
shoulders
really
and
big
stuff.
thing in there is the.
You got
pellets,
you got
surely.
2 heads.
Oh yeah, we got those as well. Shit.
Yeah, so people are looking at you a bit when you walk past because of the horse and because of the manticore head
How-
and also
Can't
the
we
bird
stop
person.
on-
How
Come
far
on,
away
I was
from
gonna
the
say,
boat?
like,
I thought-
How far away from me from the boat?
I mean, you can see it. Like, if you
Is it
look
within
out the
60
warehouse-
feet of me?
No.
Okay, fine. So as soon as I walk out of 60 feet range, the invisible servant disappears and he just drops the load of shit he was carrying all over the floor.
And you just see some in the background going, "What the? It's gonna clear this shit up!" But now you guys are in the warehouse. Oh, thanks for doing that. That was really nice of you guys. What are you guys looking for? What do you guys wanna get to here? I can help show you around if you want.
Would you mind if we took a few minutes to talk amongst ourselves? I mean, it's
much time as you want.
reached the end of a job. It's time to start thinking.
Don't forget those manticore pieces.
Don't worry, no, we're not leaving the warehouse. We're just gonna take a step aside, have a bit of privacy, decide what our next move is going to be and what we're looking to, where we're looking to go from here. So we'll walk away.
I'm going to cast an illusory sound.
She starts
which is
to
just
walk
like
over.
a sort of steady hum.
Alright.
Like sort of away from us, so that like to provide some background
Yeah,
noise.
yeah.
Or
Rosny-
bongos, classic bongos. Just
Yeah, we love the bongo.
Bongo's great. What's that? Oh, never mind. And Rosny walks off to a desk where she starts like looking over some papers and things, and starts like writing on documents. And
Right then, gentlemen, we started off as a pretty disparate band. Did our first sort of big quest in the small town of Billywick. Where do we go from here? It's a fairly large settlement. We could go our own ways. We could stick together.
I think we've got a good thing going here. So I'm happy to go out and look for some work. To be fair, this lady sounds
Rosny.
Rosny.
Don't listen to us.
Sorry.
Fuck off.
the bongo's
Seems-
distracting.
Seems like I turn it up a bit. Seems like super like really quite sketchy. She's obviously shipping a bunch of explosives somewhere, and it's somewhere where she can't buy anything to bring back. That's all we know, is that she's shipping explosives somewhere where she can't pick up any goods to bring back.
You did see some.
Oh yeah, but like not enough to fill everything up. So I don't.
Not necessarily. I mean,
So-
cash can be quite.
If
pain
people
to
are
transport,
into
it could be paid.
that, personally, I want to go and get that Skrilla on at Irma and like build this good like brand. I feel like we're developing here. But if people are like uncomfortable with lots of explosives going somewhere mysterious, then I would understand that.
So you're looking to be a mercenary.
I think that's an accurate description. Like mercenary, but like the fun type. Like I don't want
Happy-go-lucky.
I don't want to like rough up waifs. I want to like kill shit, but like bad people, like orcs.
Really
and that.
selling it there. What about you, Yen?
I think there's 5 of us, and I feel like we've accomplished quite a lot together. But if we split up and just go our separate ways, then we'll have 5 individual adventures, and who knows? Like, they could be incredible. And we'd resolve them just in order, where one person speaks, and then the next, and so on. I'll hear what you guys have to say.
Okay.
I'm happy to stay with you guys, but I will help you with your quest, but you promised me you'll help me find my answers.
Oh shit! Yeah, also that.
I mean, I don't have nowhere else to go, currently. Kind of everyone and everything I ever know is dead. So, that's
fun.
that.
Well, Marcus, it's about time. I think we should follow some leads for an old rack here. He's pretty good in a little scruffle. He can fight, he can throw things.
He can attack multiple times per turn.
He can do things that we can only dream of.
In a few levels.
In a few levels. So I believe leaving him would be a mistake, and also it'd be nice to see him. But I fully support you, and Ken in the corner there, I think he really wants to stay, and as Rada said,
Oh, stop.
as if we work together, there's nothing that a successful PR campaign
Can't resolve.
can't resolve. So I believe we should push forward. Personally, I don't believe we should help a trade of explosives any further. We can be antagonistic, we can leave it, but it's up to you in the end.
Okay. Yeah, we agreed to help Rag. That should be our next. As a group, I think that. We are, as we've said, we are men of our words to some extent.
Birds of our word.
But it's not
Information broker. We don't know about him. You can tell us about him now.
What information broker? Oh, I thought everyone joined in that conversation.
Oh, actually, we did eventually.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, everyone joined in. That. We could so this is my suggestion. That sounds great. I mean, I don't want to bring up a lot of stuff, but my village burned down when I was a kid as well, so I've got a lot of sympathy with finding out about villages burning down. We also need to be financially viable. So what I'm suggesting is we look for some missions, some work here, and we'll see if anything's going in the right direction. Yeah, I think that seems like a sensible idea.
I don't understand this financially. What?
Don't worry about it. I'll
It's not a
cover it
problem.
for you.
It's not a problem.
I'll try to do a nominal fee.
Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I have my own mission, and I'm very conscious that time is marching on, so I don't want to spend too much time here.
I'll get
However,
it because you're in the army.
Those explosives are they're interesting me. We don't have to address it now, but it's something I'd probably like to have a look into. We're agreed then. We'll leave the whole black powder business for the moment. We can always chase it up later. We go to the information broker, do a bit of investigation about Mr. Rack's village burning, and also see if we can find some work. Agreed? Mm-hmm. Alright then. Let's finish our business here.
Shall we all jump in the air and high five?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to throw your legs as well. You got to throw your legs up
just
as well.
Except for I stay there.
Prop kick.
Yeah, the sand flies up and I jump up and just slap Bryn in the belly.
Yen sits on his horse. The invisible servant lifts up Rob. So the only two who are actually doing anything proper is me and Bryn.
And Rebecca's
usual.
fucking peasants.
Nice 5-way high five. That was impressive.
No one asked you, Ross.
We're a team.
Done with your little talk.
We're good. Let's finish things up here.
Great, thank you. So yes, first let's discuss the manticore parts. So, what can I expect to get?
Right then. So we got.
I'll do it.
We agreed. 1/6 evenly split between the 6 members.
That's
Fine.
fair. Yep.
As my surmounts, as a group, we owe you a couple of good slices of Maine there. You've earned it. You worked hard. I'll give you a bag of teeth for your troubles.
Great. And what about the claws and
What?
the claws?
They were claws.
There
weren't claws, but I think
I saw you got a lot of them.
the way we split between the
Bryn, I told you we never get out of that clause.
That was a really bad joke.
one month.
I think I deserve some claws for that.
As a
At least
six?
to suffer that.
We are men of our word. We'll do this by the book.
If you want, we can give you bag of teeth,
Bag o' teeth.
a couple of strips of manticore hide, the finest.
Cool.
So that'll be about
strips.
12,
Sounds great.
12 teeth.
And you wanted
You might write this down in my own tally.
yes,
Bag o' teeth.
bag of
About
teeth.
12 teeth in there.
O apostrophe teeth. Claws you were after.
Yeah, claws.
Yeah,
Too specific.
couple.
So how many strips of
2 strips.
2 strips of mane?
Bag of teeth.
Bag o' teeth. Claws.
You can have a couple of claws.
I saw you collect a lot more than.
I think you'll find 6 ways. A couple of claws. Pretty damn good. Do you want teeth? No, sorry. Do you want spikes?
Wait, let me just do my internal calculations. You got and you got
This is not difficult.
bullshit.
Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry, if you want to go all the way
That's
back
5
to that
claws
bloody
I
medical
deserve.
corpse.
Thumb. That's just sort of remembrance.
Alright, Bryn, settle down. Settle down.
I think we've
Because
known
we
each
need-
other long enough.
We need paying after the manticore business as well.
we met you
haven't received our money
yesterday.
yet. That's more important than a bunch of claws.
Hey, we fought manticores together. That's a tight kinship there. And I deserve my 5 claws.
Alright,
What's the five
right,
manticores?
5 claws, 2
Thank
spikes,
you.
done deal.
Thank you for your business.
5 claws?
5.
5 claws, 2 spikes, and your payment. 200
Exactly.
gold, wasn't it?
Each.
250, wasn't it?
I actually don't remember. In all seriousness, out of character, I don't remember what the actual fee was.
Do you actually want me to know what you guys were?
We would have remembered if we
Promised.
played.
Yeah, we would have remembered with business.
Yeah. Okay. You were promised. Her initial bargain was 200 gold. After a very long time, you drove it up to 270, and she was very unhappy about that.
So,
So
270.
200 gold.
270. Don't expect us to forget a bargain like that.
Gave you the claws.
There was upsetness all round until we got our deal.
Really
And you got manticore parts out of that. Would you have got that on your own?
pushing my
Probably
buttons.
not.
I'm just
Deal's a
an
deal.
independence. Tradesman trying to make
Malay,
a way in
Can I
life.
get in?
270, you can count them if you want.
No, we trust you.
No, I count
Trust.
them meticulously.
Well, let's just sit here then whilst you count your coins.
Bryn,
Miser.
you can't count.
I am on 8! And I get difficult struggle.
Can you get past 8?
I've only got 2 hands.
270, we agreed.
Painful to watch.
You got your manticore parts, as
Thank
agreed.
you.
Done deal. Everyone's happy.
Great, thank
Where's
you.
the broker?
And I'll let you know if I ever need any business from you guys again. The
Don't worry
broker.
about that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wouldn't.
no? I thought we got on.
Let's be
Right,
like
well,
let's be like 2 ships passing.
sure, okay.
Guys, let's not burn our bridges here.
Thought we got okay. So the information broker, yes?
Yes.
Is that what you're looking for? You're looking
Absolutely.
for some regular kind of monster work, or
Just fill that out.
Sure.
Information, what do you-
Anything at this stage. But anything
I know
but forward.
there's a couple of things going. I know that the guilds, the Hidden Hand or the Merchants Guild, whatever you want to call them, they are looking for adventurers to clear out some nasties off in the sea a bit. I know that Vizo is certainly looking for. What did he say? He wants to get some eggs off of something or other for a client of his. Yes, and he'd certainly trade you fairly with money and a good supply of information. But then again, you play your cards right with the guild, and equally, I mean, they have their sources. But I know that Vizo, his whole deal is it's a peculiar one, really. He likes to watch how the world works from a distance, so he's very keen to collect any information and will willingly part with information if in turn you give him something.
Where can we find him?
Well, he doesn't live here actually. He lives somewhere else, but he comes here sometimes for trade and for information and such. And
I didn't ask for his life story.
Right.
and he
fair enough,
lives
talking.
and he's in one of the inns, isn't he?
Which inn?
He's at the. I think he's staying at the Stumble Inn right now.
Oh, you could have said that.
Stumble in.
So
What do you mean I could have said that? I did
easy
say
now.
that.
Is our business ended?
This guy is.
Hey, are we ended with our business now? We've settled the books.
Yes.
We've given each other what we want. You've told us where to meet him, yeah?
Yep.
And can I use a persuasion roll to tell you that you're funding, not necessarily funding, but supplying a war with explosives that's probably not morally acceptable?
How do you say that?
In the way that...
Yeah, Will.
I will, okay. With his half-sensed self, will say, so you are trading explosives to a place that couldn't afford to give you anything back than money. Surely that is morally ambiguous, and you should rethink your entire life strategy. With a persuasion roll of -1.
You roll it.
Very unconvincing.
I don't know what you're. Okay, sure.
I'm trying to persuade you that what
To
you're
find a
doing is
new
wrong.
way of life. Okay,
Exactly.
cool. Roll your persuasion.
Come on!
God.
Please!
So instead of
You know what? I just want to say what I got was a 19.
well,
So-
fuck off now. Because natural 20 is pretty fucking good.
So, okay, maybe you've seen some of the black powder that was in the wagon. Maybe you've seen this document asking for more. But,
No, can we have a look at that?
no!
Damn plot hooks.
Can you mage hand out?
I actually can.
She stuffs it in her pockets. Damn
One
it.
hand, one hand.
The hand just keeps delving into the pocket.
Get off! She pushes it.
It's the unicorn.
It's the bad
Effity,
unicorn.
stop! Russ is like crazy.
So once again, it actually happened. We were having a meeting whilst the horse was just standing there. It actually came to pass.
I can't believe you got that fucking horse. Sure, I deal with black powder, but it is not the only thing I trade with, okay? I deal with all kinds of things. I don't work for a particular client, I work for lots of clients, and I do the jobs I'm told to do by the guild, okay? That's how I make my living. Sometimes it's black powder, and yes, I find it's a bit weird there's been more than usual, but then again, it's been more than usual across the whole board. We've been exporting like crazy recently, and importing not much. I don't know why, and it does seem shady, but I keep my head down because I'm living in Trismuth, and at any moment they can decide to kill me. But as it is right now, my life's doing okay.
Brings
Okay?
down sound.
Okay.
You deal in death for profit.
You're dealing in death. You're killing
Hold
things.
up. Hold the phone, people. Wait, phones don't exist in this one. Hold the
Telegram.
No. Hold the messenger.
Hold the pigeon.
Hold the pigeon. Firstly, since we're on the subject, how much of this black powder can you get hold of?
we produce it here. So, I mean...
So if I told you I wanted to bring down a city, you could manage that.
I mean, it would take a while.
That's fine.
What is your plan?
Just hypothetical.
Do you want me to ask any questions to anyone in particular?
Maybe
Just
the
shoot the
hands.
breeze. No, but second question. You said, you work in Trismuth, and at any moment, they can decide to have you killed. Want to elaborate?
It's run by the Hidden Hand. They're a thieves' guild. To be fair to them, they live by a very honourable code within
Of
here.
thieves.
Absolutely, but if you're being threatened,
I'm not being
if you're living
threatened
under
at all.
threat, then that's
I'm not living.
not something I could really, or I could
It's
really
really
abide
only
by.
if I cost them in a very bad way. Some people do disappear, but it's not often. People know what to do, and people are happy for it. We're a prosperous town. We enjoy our lives here, and we get to travel the world.
Just downtrodden around here.
Well, sure, but we make business, and I can't think of any other. This is what I've done for my whole life. I've always had to fend for myself. Okay, I didn't come from the greatest family, and I've had to make do. And the skills I've acquired make me perfect for this sort of thing.
So how does it work here then? They take their cut of every business and provide what? Protection money or contacts?
It's
Is it
more
something
than
legitimate?
that.
Or
The Merchants Guilds, the Thieves Guild, they have a hand with every store, everything coming in, coming out. They run it all, okay? The official council that runs this place is but a puppet, and everyone knows that, to be honest, but don't go around asking too many questions about it. This is my advice to you. Because people don't want that facade to really dissipate too much outside of here, you know? I'm sure the king knows what's going on here. I'm sure everyone knows what's going on here if they've got enough information. But you will have to pay for a license, sure, to do trade in this town. And you will have to give a cut of your profits sometime with taxes, fair, regulated taxes. But in turn for that, you get all the support from all the mills that power things here. All these labourers, they're being paid by the council, and they help you move things around from here to the docks and so on and so forth. They do all the heavy lifting. You get connections with outside sources, and the guild will help you find people around to trade with. So yes, sure, maybe we are in the pocket of the guild, but that's never not been the case, and we find ourselves actually... Yes, sure, this is dingy, but the other levels aren't. This is just work. And
that's fine.
we live pretty good lives
Just
here.
your comments about they could kill you at any time is what piques my curiosity. Sounds like
Yes,
a
I was saying
fairly
that because you were
legitimate-
threatening me about my information, and I wanted
Well,
to...
these guys were. I'm actually quite interested in
I
buying. But
wanted
anyway,
to
that's
give...
another
I'm
story.
aggressive.
I kind of got that. I kind of got that. He's a dick. He's...
Dick, liar,
Inquisitive.
stupid, aggressive.
I kind of got
I'm
him.
just aloof.
And I am not the most reputable of people.
You are absolutely devastated.
But I get my job done.
We have to make our way.
All right.
All right then.
Just
Well,
aloof.
are we done? I assume we're done.
We're done for now. We may
Prince is going to come back later in the day. And one more thing.
going on the old record. I'm not happy with the trade of these powders. It's dangerous and unnecessary, and we very may well be better.
Okay.
Are you
Well-
afraid it's connected to the war? Because I honestly don't know where this goes. I have no idea where any
That's
of
the
this trade
problem.
goes.
Look,
But anyway,
we're not,
we need
we're
to
not
go
here
to
to
the broker.
solve.
Let's go.
This is not
agree
a
to
problem.
disagree, alright? Shall we just...
Right.
Let's bounce.
The rest of you gentlemen, I'll see you outside. Rosa.
Points.
But whilst this lot are away, I just want to say, pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Hopefully, we'll be able to meet again on good terms.
You
got
genuinely
any
seem
work?
like
Give us a
good
shout.
people. You seem like nice guys, and I'm sorry if I've rubbed you in the wrong way, but certainly some of you guys, not naming names, but Jen, he's been really annoying.
We're a new party. We haven't been together long. Still ironing out the kinks.
Are we
Big
leaving
deal.
yet?
Let's
We're
not
straight
look,
to
let's
the
not
inn with the broker.
You are trying to make your way to the, I guess,
Should we-
big mill. Vosny told you that the Stumble Inn, where you can probably meet Vizo, is on the middle level, so just the level above. As you get to the big water mill, to try and get up to the middle, you walk past, mostly this seems like a very, warehousey area, but then you progress beyond that and it becomes more residential, but like kind of lower class residential area, all crammed together, tight corners, and you notice it gets darker and darker the more central you get. And
Your horse is going to end up on bricks.
and that the houses similarly get like worse and worse. It seems like the nicer areas are where the light is. You see some public water pumps and stuff, and people milling around, going about their business. You walk past this curious structure. Looks like a coliseum of some sort, and you just hear like lots of cheering from within, and people like going in with drinks and stuff and coming
It's
out with drinks.
open top.
It looks to be open top.
I'll
Yes.
fly up and have a look, see if I can see what's happening inside.
Okay, you fly up and you see two men just going, like fighting bare knuckle with cheering crowds around,
Boxing,
drinking.
if you will.
Boxing, yes. Well, not boxing. It's like
Some might say.
it's
Some would
just
like wrestling.
fighting. It's like wrestling.
Or UFC.
Well, it's vicious wrestling for sure. Punches are being landed very viciously, and you see like one of the fighters is roll a nature check.
Natural 20!
Nice. Okay, so you know this to be a Goliath. They are
Big old chap.
very big. They're kind of part giant.
Chunky monkey.
Actually, you know, they've got the pale skin and they have, you know, tribal kind of tattoos all across their bodies, but you know that these aren't tattoos, these are actually birth marks. Curiously, this one only has it on half of his head. The other half is just regular pale skin, and it seems pretty weird because you've never heard of anyone who has this before. But he's fighting this very strong-looking half-elf who's quite dexterous on his feet and everything, and so he
Mountain and the Viper.
exactly, yeah. And so he's jumping around and he's trying to like grapple on this Goliath's back and stuff. But with his brute strength, he's able to like pull this half elf from his back and toss him to the ground. And you just see him like land a good punch into the half elf's face as he quickly runs and scampers away and considers his next move whilst everyone's cheering. And you see lots of like money being thrown around as well as people are placing bets and things. And that's what you see. And also, actually, you will see this. There's actually a sign above. It's nicely carved. It's not a botched job.
Monday night is fighting.
But it's still in wood, but it's painted
WWE
quite
Raw.
nicely. And it's just called the Blood Ring.
Out of nowhere.
The blood ring.
The Blood Ring.
Can I ask
So
a
guys, I flew up. There's two
Sam
guys
looked into the
fighting,
blood ring.
quite aggressive, not quite boxing, more of a wrestling type thing. One of them, the big guy, a Goliath. I know how we normally have
Yeah. Fighting in the Colosseum. Oh, there's another syllable.
Can I ask a slightly irrelevant question? What's getting more attention? The fact that we've got an Aarakocra with us, or the fact that our elf is leading a horse through the streets? What?
With
I'm not trying to like. I'm like
You're-
genuinely what they seem more
Unicorn.
Roll
surprised.
perception.
14.
Definitely the Aarakocra.
Right. Shall we just keep going?
Brit, do you want to check out the blood ring first, or
Definitely worth it, I think.
Should we send these? Do you guys want to go on ahead or come with us?
No, we'll come with
Sorry,
you.
why do you want to leave? Why surely this information broker is more important for our...
Nothing like a good old scrap, is there?
Okay. If we go to the broker first, we'll come back to the pits. We can,
Not
make,
out.
we can make some money here.
Yeah, we'll come back to the dingy little pits. Let's keep going.
I like your spirit, yeah. Again.
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay, let's go then.
And so am I.
As you're walking past, one of the guys standing outside who's talking with another and drinking, like points to, because he sees you and you're barbarian, so you're quite strong. And he says, "Hey, you'd be a good contestant in this.
And
Try your
I
luck."
point at him and look really aggressive at him and goes, "Fuck you, buddy!"
I'm just saying, you can earn some coin here, but alright. And so you come to the mill, and you see a guy who's kind of there, like helping people get on and off and stuff. He looks at the horse. I don't think the horse is gonna fit. You can try.
She's a unicorn.
I'm sorry, we've literally had this problem before in the past.
Yeah.
We've really crammed them in.
If you like, I can get my unseen servant to just hold.
Bolster the old just job.
Hold the horse. And I know you're thinking.
Hold your horses.
You can't see an unseen servant. And I take off my jacket and sort of put it in the air, just sort of on my unseen. They're just like a jacket, defining nothing, holding a horse.
So the plan is that this horse will go in the next
It was just going to wait in the street.
Oh no. Oh, wait in the street.
Whoa! We're not leaving Nefertiti in the street.
Let's stay with your horse.
alright.
We're going in.
It's like, okay, just jump on, be careful. As the mill turns, you see a compartment coming up, and all of you apart from the horse and the invisible servant, jump in. You assume that the unseen servant takes the horse onto the next one, hopefully.
You better.
It rocks about a bit, but you notice it's pretty sturdy. There's obviously some kind of weight. There's also like, it's basically like a mesh on one side, so you can see what's going out, but you can't go through it. And then you've got like a collapsible kind of door on the side that you just come in, which you can close and then open up when you get close to where you want to get off. And so you get to the middle section. Quickly, all of you jump off, and so you jump off on your middle level. And then you see this is a much nicer area, actually. You come off onto like this, it's kind of like a public, not square, but it's a public space. And there's market stalls set up. And you see also there's a like a clock tower, which extends from the floor straight into the cabin ceiling. With a time reading of like 5:30. And yeah, you see various stalls set up. Lots of like food kiosks and stalls as well, mostly dealing with like seafood or like sandwiches and breads or like...
That's handy, I want a seafood diet. Seafood? Oh yeah! Yeah!
So nice architecture, people going about their business as usual, and you have no idea where the Stumble Inn is.
Okay, so I immediately swagger with some sense of purpose towards the nearest cellar. I say, alright mate, where's the inn?
Which inn?
The inn.
Stumble Inn. Right.
Yeah, I couldn't say.
Just go lock down.
Lock down.
It's in the centre. The horse was late coming, but you finally got the horse and you make your way to the inn. Yeah, so you walk past busy streets again. As you come to the centre, the architecture gets a bit more rough, the streets get a bit more crammed. Yeah, you find your way, you see yourself outside, like a 3-story inn. Stumble Inn. A plaque on the front.
Raj. Bryn barges his way through and shouts,
Bryn, can I have you roll a dexterity saving throw?
You miss the door and walk into a wall.
You say that?
No, is that a 7? I thought that was a 7.
You open the door and you immediately fall face on the ground as you trip up on this little bar on the ground.
I struggle at simple that.
Do we all walk over Bryn?
You kind of...
A man walks into a bar.
Ouch.
Most of the denizens of the bar turn around and just start laughing.
What are you looking at?
Don't worry, mate. It happens to the best of us sometimes. There's a
Mike
reason.
just on the way out of the pub, mate.
There's a reason it's called the Stumble Inn.
I'm sorry, the place is called the Stumble Inn.
Yeah, it's called
You
the
didn't realise
Stumble.
that yet?
No, I know, I've realised that, but that's just...
It's called
Yeah,
the
I hadn't
Stumble
twigged
Inn.
the connection from the fact that he actually fell over as he went in.
Everyone else is fine to get in. You tie up the horse up front, I guess, and hitch. Sure.
No, it's still single.
I just love how this game punishes you for trying to do something interesting. Barge in, make an entrance, and you get punished.
I mean,
the rest of us just
this was really the only inn that it was going to happen at. There's a reason it's called the Stumble Inn. Because it's late afternoon, pretty busy with people, lots of different people. You can see like half-orcs, humans, half-elves, elves, a couple of tieflings. You're in the bar.
What was the name of the gentleman we're looking for?
Brian.
Oh, please don't just shout the name.
That's a good idea.
Brian!
Give me a sec.
I hear you got secrets!
If you want to fucking invisible message me, just not do that. Go ahead.
No,
But if not,
my character.
Bryn is coming out
If you
strong.
do this, I'm
still on the
genuinely gonna get a muzzle
He's
from
like,
your character.
Brian! Give me your secrets, Ryan!
The name of the guy, remember, he's a tiefling. His name is Viso.
I quietly say into the carpet.
You're right, mate. The bartender says to you. Maybe you shouldn't have any drinks tonight.
I decide to take the initiative and go and ask. Go to the barkeep and ask for this chap. Excuse me, hello barkeep. Hello.
You're bloody eloquent.
I'm looking for a chap by the name of. I can't read his writing at all.
Viso.
Yeah, he is just in the corner there, and you look and you see in like one of the corner booths drinking not beer, he's drinking tea, and he's got like a cape. So he actually has a black cloak, and you see like it just covers up his horn. But he's wearing beneath that like this nice navy waistcoat and this very lavish kind of purple tie.
Black and navy.
I mean, it's that's in character. That's in character. So you say that as you look to him.
Has he got red skin?
He actually does have bright red skin, yes. And he's got, the horns, and you see, like, just a bit of the tail, like, coming out
Up
from
or
the side.
curly?
Has he got a long sword at his waist as well?
They kind of come out and then turn in like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of, I guess.
Like one of them sheep
or
with
whatever.
round.
Yeah. But not curly, but like up. So you see the tiefling. Can I get you anything to drink, or any of your friends anything to drink? We've got a lot of drinks here.
No, you take this bit.
Says Bryn. I would like this, and he has an ornate skull-like bowl, and he replies, ale! Ale in the glass.
This is morbid. Okay.
Easy now, fella.
What? Any ale?
Your best.
Okay, I'll give you the Beggar's Brew. That's locally brewed here.
That sounds pretty cheap, to be honest.
It's local.
Is it cask or
All right, fine.
No.
Oh my
it's
god,
fine.
he's got a menu.
Oh, I've got a menu.
Is which
Golden Lion.
Do you do any vegetarian options?
what's its ABV? What's its ABV percentage, mate?
What is the alternative?
You can fuck off.
I've got this pork and steak. The pork and steak IPA.
I'll take a quick round of the beggars.
Have you got a straw?
I'll see what I can do. What
I haven't got lips, how am I going to use a straw?
Do you have a funnel?
do you want a bowl?
Probably for the best.
Cost of 4 silver.
4 silver for like 2 pints.
Shut up!
You know where Gizo is. He's in the corner of the tavern.
Listen, we'll get that guy a couple whenever he's drinking.
He's drinking tea.
Yeah, well, okay then.
Oh,
So I'm going to walk over to him. Do you mind if we join you?
Be my guest? Absolutely. Well, what can I do for you? What's your name, sorry?
Hello, I'm Rakar.
It's lovely to meet you, Rakak.
No.
We can actually do that
We
physically.
can actually, yes. A merchant by the name of
Rosalie, yes.
Rosalie. She, do you know her? She said that
Yes,
you are,
I know of her.
you are a well-connected man who deals in knowledge.
That
secrets.
is quite correct, yes. What are you looking for?
Well, I wonder if you've heard any comings or goings of the Venter Wilds.
I guess I have heard of some comings and goings from the Venter Wilds. Anything more specific?
Yeah. What's the posh word for fire? Posh word for fire.
Bryn from the very far corner goes, hey fucking bed down! He's drunk at this point.
Conflagration.
Anything of a conflagration nature?
You mean a fire?
Yes.
I might have some information, but of course I kind of want something in return, if that's okay. This is a back and forth, this is my trade, of course. So you're looking for information about the Venter Wilds, a fire, anything else in particular? I mean, I may have some information. What I can do is I can reach out to others and see what they know as well.
Can I specify where? I don't know names, but where
Oh,
it
yeah.
was and it. Can I give a few more details?
Yeah.
You don't need to give details.
But don't you want to give details that it's like your village burnt down?
Oh, yes.
So your village burnt down.
Indeed. Well, I was not present.
It's an upsetting
I came
thing.
back to devastation.
I will tell you this. There was another Aarakocra who did come through here recently.
May I ask of his plumage?
His plumage was similar to yours. But of course, for more details, and I do have more details, and I can also find more details, I ask of something in return. That is agreeable with you, of course.
Me and my friends, we have a shiny coin. That I believe people deal in.
Shiny coin! Shiny
I've
coin!
quite some of a shiny coin for floor walkers.
Shiny coin! You know what? I actually have enough shiny coin. You seem like a bunch of rough and tumble kind of adventurer types. I have something else in mind, if that's okay.
Bryn stumbles over.
Care to
Who do you
elaborate?
want us to kill?
Not who, more what? Your friends had quite a bit to drink.
Either
Are
take on
you
the way, mate.
And we only got here, like 2 minutes ago.
So, I have a client.
Marcus, would you... let me just...
Yeah.
Marcus, you want to join in on this because...
Yeah.
Hello. The name's
My
Vizo.
associates.
Hello, my name's Marcus. Nice to meet you.
Hello,
Gets business.
Rod Spinell, gnome at large.
Are you actually a gnome at large? That's interesting information.
More like nervous small, but anyway.
Oh!
That's dangerous.
You mentioned killing something.
Yes. So I have information for your friend Rikak here concerning his nest village burning down.
Yeah.
And I can certainly find more information out about that, but for something in return. Now I have a client, an eccentric client, let's say, a dwarf, arms dealer, goes by the name of Bronislaw Stormforge. And
Coleslaw.
I hope someone's writing this down, by the way.
Coleslaw loves it.
Coleslaw.
That's the wrong end of the pencil.
Yen just leads Bryn out of the pub.
his name is Bronislaw Stormforge.
Yes.
To be honest, it doesn't really matter to you because I'm only going to be the one connected to him. But yes, he's an eccentric arms dealer, and he's actually looking for eccentric pets, let's say, to give a more grand image of himself when he does his trades. He's looking for basilisks, actually.
Basilisks.
Basilisks.
Kind of raw nature.
Basilisks are pretty big reptilian monsters. They've got like many pairs of legs and lots of spines coming forth from their backs. But the main feature about basilisks is they have a petrifying gaze. So they look upon someone and they can actually petrify them into stone.
Will's just looking for more booze. He's literally going to ransack your house down.
Basilisks, yes.
Watch of them.
And so what he wants is he would like you to collect some basilisk eggs, and he will train them to be his basilisk pets as he will. However, this means going into a basilisk nest, and right now I do know that this is kind of their mating season, so there will be eggs there.
I'm not waiting.
Thank you. And
Street
speaking,
bar
there are
in the
eggs.
bar, stay there.
and
you can't hear what anyone's saying. He's just sitting there and he's going, nothing.
so if you can collect these basilisk eggs without being petrified, you shall get a fair share of gold and information.
That shouldn't be a problem for us because we recently actually killed 2 manticores. There were 2 manticores.
Oh, really?
Yes, we actually did, and we have some evidence to prove it, don't we?
I don't think we brought it into the bar.
Do we not? Have you not brought any?
Bryn has it on his back.
I think there's a bounty on those manticores.
Excellent. Could you?
2 things. So, information. You wouldn't happen to have any information on Sharon, would you? But also,
Sharon?
who would we speak to about collecting the bounty on these old manticores?
You know what? Yeah, I think I might have a lead for you. I'll ask around.
Okay.
But I think there might be a lead, so you want to know what's happened in Sharon since
Well, over the last sort of 2-3 years.
the siege
Yeah.
of Corin. Okay. I'll ask around and see if there's been any new developments.
Thank you.
And I'll direct you to the right people. I will throw that in for free.
Thank you.
After the fact, obviously.
Of course, yes.
Yes, and so, yes, you collect these basilisks. I can lead you the way. I know about where these basilisks will be located. And you can go on your way and find the eggs. And you know what? I'll give you a couple of potions of depetrifying, just in case. Not right now. Not right now. I don't have them right on me.
How much gold are we talking about? How much gold are we? You mentioned gold and information. How much gold are we talking about?
Let's call it 75 gold per egg.
And he wants how many eggs? Just 2.
He wants as many as you can get, really. They'll maybe have a breed of maybe 5 eggs, maybe 4, 3. You never know.
75 gold. That's about. It's about the cost of a war horse, I think. No, it's not about the cost of a war horse. Let me just double check.
Absolutely.
While he's just
Oh,
checking.
and the bounty, of course.
Yes.
Yes. I think there is actually a merchant guild post somewhere. Anywhere, really. I think there's one a few blocks coming out here down the left. You should find one of the guild posts, and I think they're the ones who put the bounty out to try and free up their trade paths. And they'll be more than glad to pay you the fair share of whatever it may be.
I take out a shiny gold coin, and I slide it across to him, and I say, "Could you put the word around town that it was the Dexterous Midnight Runners?"
So let me just take that and go.
We're not sticking right name, are we?
Oh, we definitely
Yes, we fucking are.
are. We are absolutely the Dexterous.
About the
Midnight
basilisk
Just
eggs.
midnight runners.
About the basilisk eggs. 75 gold pieces is the cost of our riding horse.
Okay.
Seems a bit low side, doesn't it?
Roll persuasion.
17.
I like the way you think.
What, taking your money? That's my character, by the way.
I just like people who are out to get the most out of their lives. Let's call it 100 gold a peg. Is that fair?
Sounds good to me.
Where's the cover?
Fantastic. Right.
Don't bitch about me getting a small money.
What time of day is it?
Definitely evening now.
Shall we?
we travelled
shall we
all day,
see
didn't we?
if we can stay in this tavern?
You may, yes. I'll just go fetch the potions for you, and I will also go fetch that map, of course.
Excellent.
Fantastic.
So
We'll
he
start the
leaves,
first night.
he retires, and
That's just wonderful.
so you what?
Light. We'll start at first light.
First, okay. So
No,
you go
very good.
inquire for space at the inn.
I assume we'll grab
Okay.
it.
Whilst you're waiting for Viso to go get the stuff, someone who goes off to go get the bounty.
You know what, guys? We've all had a long day. You just stay here and you'll have a few drinks. I'll just go off and sort the bounty. Don't worry about it. I'll bring it back.
Okay.
I'll help. I'll go along with you.
All right. So
It's really not necessary, but if you want to.
Someone's got to help the gnome carry 2 giant
Okay,
heads.
that's fine.
you walk on out left. You go up. You see this guild post for the formal name of the merchant guilds. You go inside. You see a man at a desk. You see some posters for, like bounties and things on the wall. And
Good evening, sir. My name is Rod Spinell, gnome at large, on behalf of the Dexterous Midnight Runners. You may have heard of us.
Nope.
Well, that's all about to change, sir.
Okay.
I'm here to say that we have slain 2 troublesome manticores that have been bothering your folk on the road, and I plonk one of the heads I was carrying down on the.
I thought it was only one manticore. Was there another one?
Plonk.
Wow.
Mating pair.
Just the two of you?
No, we have a team.
We have some buddies,
Wow, that's impressive.
associates.
Well, I mean, the bounty was only for one manticore.
But there are two. There are 2 man.
Yeah.
No, I understand. No, listen. You're a very important organisation. I respect that. I'll
Thank you.
accept a 1.5. A fee for 1.5 manticores.
I can give you. Let's see. The bounty for the one manticore was 80 gold, so that's going to come to 120.
I think that seems fair enough.
Seems reasonable.
So he goes round back and he gets like a big pouch of coin. Hands it to you. There you go, 120 gold.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Right, let's
You wanna
get
keep
shit
the heads?
faced.
We can do something with them, I guess. Sure.
They're yours, mate.
They're grotesque. Thank
Yeah,
you.
they're not pretty.
Alright, well, if you have any other bounties, let us know.
Excellent. Thank you
We're
very
always
much.
looking for work. Oh, and we also have before I forget, we've got this marrow from on the seas.
Marrow.
Sorts, they're like the merfolk, but they're more dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're really messing our trade routes right now. So, if you ever want to go out and see them fight some marrow,
Well,
That
waterborne
sounds-
activities sound
Yeah.
right up our street.
That sounds very interesting. We have a few other inquiries going on at the moment. We're very much in demand. But
Dexterous Midnight Runners.
the Dexterous Midnight Runners. That's us.
Alright,
Parentheses, come on, Alim.
great. Well, this is a good thing you've done. Well
Excellent.
done,
Thank
boys.
you. Right, we're out.
Alright.
Back to the
Nice.
tavern.
Ewan and Viso is waiting for you with the 2 potions, which are just in basic green glass vials. And then you've got a map which shows general kind of river mouth area. The river's very branching. There's lots of different routes. Further down north it would be is another forest area where he marks out where he roughly thinks the basilisks are. Well, happy hunting, I guess.
Is there any other more information you should tell us about these basilisks? Anything we should know? Or any extra stuff?
If anything, I think it's only really a couple of basilisks there.
Are we allowed to kill them? Are we is it ideal if we kill them? What's the situation here?
Oh, kill them if you can. I mean, if that's the way to get the eggs, you don't have to. You can just try and get the eggs, but I think
We're not
they're
going to
very
get.
protective.
We're not going to get the heat on us if we kill the basilisk. Is what you're saying?
Oh no.
Oh,
He only
excellent.
wants the eggs.
Nice.
You can't train an adult basilisk.
Oh well,
And you can train
obviously,
it-
yes.
And you can train a young one. Is that common?
It's not very common. This is a bit of a bizarre request, but this dwarf thinks he has it in him to train them from birth. And
Coleslaw store
Classic
for.
coleslaw.
Bonislaw. I don't think he'd like you calling him coleslaw. He'd probably punch you in the face.
Okay, Bonnie Slaw.
He's a dwarf, he'd have to reach first.
Don't think he'd much care for that talk either, to be honest.
He's a dwarf, you won't be able to punch him in the face. He's
Gotta be careful around these
Exactly.
parts.
Get the stool first.
There's a lot of people here. Just be careful what you say.
Yeah, size this, guys.
Okay, right, I'm gonna hit the sack.
Okay, so the rooms at this inn, the
I
barkeeps.
assume these guys sorted it out whilst we were
Alright.
getting the bounty.
How many of us could bunk in a room? Like, if we're looking at keeping costs down, it's all just like share like a couple. Could you fit all of us to say 2 rooms?
We are the dexterous midnight
Well,
runners. Share a room.
Well,
Can I just say, was there anywhere kind of cliffy I could go on the roof?
Yeah, there are like the cliff face areas.
So I could just go sit somewhere and just meditate and do my own thing, and it's more my style.
Yeah, actually, roll a perception whilst you're doing that. So he's gone off whilst you guys are haggling for rooms.
Perception, 17.
You have a bit of a fly around before finding a roost. And you see in one of the large towers, like actually on the, not the top level as in the ground level, but the level below that, seems to be like a very residential tower, this one. And within it, you see this very run down community. You know, the buildings are falling apart, made of wood and stuff. Street vendors selling like seagull. Yeah, you see a community of Kenku.
The weird birdie things.
And
don't
they're the weird birdie things that don't fly. They're like these pro-like...
penguin men
No, they're like
They're ravens,
humanoid
they're like-
ravens
with no wings.
with no wings, only legs and arms.
So, like humanoid with beaks and
Yeah,
feathers.
feathers. Yeah, quite short as well. Going about their business. And so you find your roost then?
Right, so there's 4 of us, two rooms, right? I know what you're saying, and I get that, but
This
we are.
man, he wears fine clothes. He deserves the best suite I have.
The best suite he has, guys. Listen to
The
him.
best suite I have.
The best suite he
And
has.
that's
If you want to
10
spend
gold.
your cut on a nice room, that's your...
A very nice room.
10 gold.
It's just 10 gold.
Only
It's
10
just
gold.
10
That's
gold.
10 gold.
The nicest room in the whole place. Even Viso doesn't have that room.
What's Vito's room?
Oh, he's got the tier below that, let's say.
Okay, how much is that?
He's a rich man. Oh, that's the 5 gold one. Still very nice.
Is there anything below that one?
There's some dingier ones for 3 gold.
I'll split 3 gold with someone.
I'm sure we can get
Per
through
night.
now.
I mean, that's going to be a tight squeeze. 3 people.
He's a little gnome.
I'm
like-
one of my greatest features is my compactness. Also, I lie very still. I sleep on my back with my arms crossed across my chest.
Like a vampire.
Like a vampire.
Oh. So what? I can put you down for the 10 gold room.
Just quietly turn into 17.
The what?
He's just quietly taking the money off for the 10 gold room.
So the 10 gold room, of course.
For a hero.
For a hero, yes.
Got
And
myself a great deal, guys.
yeah, and
We're all
you guys
very impressed.
want the 5 gold room. 2 5 gold rooms, right?
I thought we said 1 3 gold room.
1 3 gold room for 4.
No,
3.
who's sleeping? He's
Okay.
sodded.
Yeah,
It's his own fault.
Our Birdman has sodded off. This gentleman has sorted himself out. I'm going to split with Mr. Furious.
Okay, fine. Okay, great.
I'm not sure what.
Let's call it
I'm not sure
13
what Brent is doing by himself.
No.
He might pass out on the floor, for all I know, and that's fine.
Is that free?
He will be dragged out into the street.
How do you feel about that, Brent?
Man.
I think that's okay with everyone here.
So 13 gold for the room and a passage into the streets for the night. You return to your rooms. You've got a pretty small room. There's only like 1 single bed, and
We're
it's
fucked up here, guys.
it's not that big. Have you brought Bryn with you?
No, but I have
No, he's on the floor.
No, but I have taken his bedroll. Because
Okay.
me and Marcus are the only 2 people that don't have one, and I think
So-
one of us is sleeping on the floor.
So is Bryn like just sleeping
He's a bar.
at the bar? Okay.
He's just hooked up.
And you go to your room. Mm-hmm. To be honest, the room's pretty similar, but it's a double.
What?
It's a double bed, but it's
I guess
basically the same.
Yen hasn't seen the other room. So
He hasn't seen the other room. It's like the life of luxury, as far as you're concerned.
So he collapses on the bed, like arms ready.
When you pan to the next room, it's the same.
Can I just say, out of character,
this is
did you see
nice.
this coming? Because I totally saw this
I
coming.
actually didn't.
We cut to the 3 gold room, which is the same apart from a slightly smaller bed.
So do you want a spoon or?
Do you want to be the big spoon?
I'd struggle.
So you guys all drift to sleep.
I take the pillowcase off his pillow and just sleep in that like a sleeping
Yeah.
bag on the floor.
Bryn, you pass out, I assume.
Yep, on the bar.
Roll perception real quick. With disadvantage.
That's a
19.
disadvantage.
What's that?
It was a 19 and a 2.
Okay. You fall straight asleep, and you don't know like what's going on around the world.
It's almost like the last 2 hours.
However, God, give me one sec. Sorry. I'm sorry. I need to
You're
light
there.
up.
Has anything happened?
Not really, that's the other thing. We have a
We paid
quest.
for some money.
We earned some money, we spent some money, we made some jokes, we had some good times. We made memories, I think is the main thing that
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be able
Playing.
to watch them on the record.
That's alright then.
I don't think I've got any like hour-long footage of myself being really drunk. It's something which I think everyone should experience.
You're all welcome.
So, as you fall asleep, you fall into a deep sleep.
No shit.
You have like this weird dream because it's not familiar to your own life.
This is everyone, not just Brent.
It's just Brent. You see like this kind of arid landscape and farmland. You're farming this land, and you see that there's a collection of people, you know, a distance from you in a farmhouse. Then you skip forwards, and you now see soldiers coming through the town, not in necessarily an aggressive way. These soldiers come through, and you're actually walking up towards them, and you know you go with them. And then you see yourself on this battlefield. Again, you've got this arid landscape, and in the distance you see a vast army of soldiers. Roll history.
It's 3.
So these are soldiers.
Definitely soldiers,
Definitely
yeah.
soldiers. They vastly outnumber your own forces, and you feel this sense of just, in the pit of your stomach, dread, as you look upon your own meager forces. And then suddenly you snap to, you're in combat with these soldiers, and everyone you know, and you've known for years, with this weird feeling, are killed all around you. And then you see this other soldier, enemy soldier, come towards you, much larger, much more ornate armor, with this ominous helmet, which like has the decals of like a lion's face, kind of. And he swings at you with what you recognise to be your own sword, Vesh's sword of remembrance, as it were. And that's it. And it's just darkness. And you have no more dreams for the rest of the night. And then you wake up, you'll wake up, and you wake up in the streets.
I'm in the street.
Yeah.
The top objective has got to be to deal with Bryn's chronic alcohol problem.
Well,